Good afternoon. It's 1:30. It's Thursday the 11th of July and I'm in a traditional Church of Ireland here. I'm in St Mary's, I think it is, in Comber. And it's a beautiful old church, and if you get the opportunity, do come and check it out, especially if you like traditional old church buildings, and the stained glass windows are absolutely beautiful. And I was talking to the new rector. Well, he's not new, he's been here for 4 years, Sam, and he's allowed me to video inside the church and dander around. Church here's been up since 1840, but there was an abbey here on the original site, and an abbey to, stand beside places like Inch Abbey and Greyabbey. So that would probably be the work of John de Courcy's wife in the 12th century, Lady Alfrika, who was responsible for a lot of the abbeys and the building of those abbeys way back when. So let's see what we can find. If we look, there's a information plaque, and this is about the Comber Abbey stones. This cabinet contains 9 stones from Comber Abbey. So that's the abbey I was talking to you about. The purpose of all these stones is as yet to be established. 10 arch stones are displayed around the door opposite. Carved from Scrabo sandstone in the 15th century, the stones lay discarded since the abbey's dissolution in 1543 until 2003. Their significance was finally recognised. There are conflicting opinions on where the remaining pieces of Comber Abbey have gone. Most writings mention that the stones have been built into various walls around Comber, including the churchyard here in St Mary's Church. Well, you see, this is what happened. People wanted good, solid stones. There is also evidence that a large quantity of stones were taken for the construction of Mount Alexander House. Don't know where it is. 19 stones were recovered from the garden of Aureen House, and are unique and valuable. Confirmation of the existence of a monastery on this site takes us right back to the roots of Comber's rich Christian heritage. And it's talking about a mason's mark here. Stone masons would have carved the stones which built Comber Abbey. Each mason signed his finished work with a letter or symbol so that his master could check the quality and quantity. This is a stone found at Greyabbey. A stone from Comber Abbey was found to bear the same mason's mark. Can you see it in the cabinet? I'll have a wee look in a minute. That's interesting, isn't it? See the cross, and this is what these abbeys would have looked like. They were absolutely brilliant constructions for a while back then. I was talking about the Cistercian Abbeys established around Northern Ireland, or Ulster as it was then known. The Cistercian order was founded in 1098 by St Robert, Abbot of Malesme in situ, known in Latin as Cistercian, northeastern France. They followed a rigorous set of rules. There's the old register of deaths, births and marriages, is it? No, it's an old Bible. What do I see what dates on this? Oh, it's only 1978. Okay, let's have a wee look at the stones. Now, these obviously are the most important of the stones, so they're kept in this cabinet for safekeeping. And there's the mason's mark, as you can see. Oh boy, so getting up and down, and there's various carvings into these stones. Right, let's see what the other ones across here are. This is interesting. Look at this. This is showing you the top of this doorway. Or it would have been off another doorway, obviously. And there's a baptismal font, I would imagine. Right, the Cumber Abbey stones. Cumber Abbey stood on this site from 1199 until 1543, established by the Cistercian monks. And talking about the 19 stones, archaeologist Marion Meek describes the Cumber Abbey stones. What you've got is a king with a crown. He's on top of a window. It's certainly from a church. This is 15th century, probably from a church, so why not Cumber Abbey? 10 stones which are displayed around the archway to the left are believed to have been part of a doorway or window. The keystone would have been placed at the top of the arch. So that's your keystone. And the face on the front of it probably was the abbot. But it's well worn. And these are some of the... There's presumably that would have been a face too. Oh, it's worn away, you see. And these are various figures which are worn away. For 70 years, the Cumber Abbey stones formed part of a monument in the garden of Aureen House across the square from St Mary's Church. The monument was created in 1931 by Tom Campbell, the gardener at Aureen House. At the time, he brought the stones from the Andrews family home, the old house in Castle Street where he had previously worked. And there's kids playing on the garden monument. An inscription on the monument reads, T. Campbell, Gardener, Aureen, 11th November 1931. Also includes the names of the milling children who lived in Aureen at the time, Flo, Jim and Joan. There's the top of the doorway. My goodness. And there are these in St Mary's Church. Good show. There's a plaque remembering the bravery of Edmund de Wind, who won the VC in World War I. He was in the Royal Irish Rifles. This tablet is from the German gun, formerly in the square of Cumber, and records the deeds of Edmund de Wind, 2nd Lieutenant, 15th Battalion Royal Irish Rifles, for which he was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross. And that's the citation. Although twice wounded, single-handedly maintained his position until another section could be got to his help. On 2 occasions with 2 NCOs, only he got out on the top under heavy machine gun and rifle fire and cleared the enemy out of the trench, killing many. He continued to repel attack after attack until he was mortally wounded and collapsed. His valour, self-sacrifice and example were of the highest order. Edmund de Wind, remembered. So much to see here. And I'm outside in the outer walls of the church here, and there's an interesting plaque with coat of arms, the body of Isaac Meredith of Kilbright. He departed this life 1723, aged 20. Is it 127 or is it 27? Hard to make that out. Maybe somebody's been trying to make him 127. So he died in 1723. And this massive mausoleum just at the entrance to the church and the graveyard is the family mausoleum of the Andrews family, and these were ancestors of the Andrews who were responsible for building the Titanic. That guy Andrews went down with the ship. He worked for Harland Roof. So this is their mausoleum. And this is a carving by Thomas Andrews and J.A. Lamont, dated 1774, and I think they were church wardens or something of that nature within the church. So a lot of history here, folks. A lot of history. These are funeral urns on the top of the mausoleum. So this is St Mary's Church of Ireland. Fascinating wee church. There's a new bit has been added on there at the side. And there's supposed to be a monument in here to 4 soldiers and a past minister who died in the Battle of Saintfield. And I can't find it. I've wandered around the graveyard and I don't believe it's in the church either. So maybe I'll have to come back again. There's a monument or plaque somewhere. remembering these guys in Comber Parish. And I'm on out into Comber Town Square, Village Square, and this is the statue of famous fighting man from Comber. And on round, we've got this house here, and this is Aureen House. Where the stones from Comber Abbey were discovered in the garden. And it's still here.